Good morning. I'm in Donegal and I'm back at Glenveagh National Park. So the last time I was here was the 31st of December 2019, and that trip I actually lost my camera, so I didn't get to film the whole trip, especially the beautiful walk back down through Glen Bay itself, along through the valley once it come off the mountain. So it was in my schedule to come back here for some unfinished business, and I've managed to do that today. So this is near the end of June 2021. So back then it got dark about 4 o'clock, and I've a bit more light to play about with today and tomorrow, and it's quite a nice day. There's a gentle breeze, it's to stay dry, so I've brought the bivy bag. The only issue as always is will there be a little bit of wind to keep the midges at bay. Fingers crossed. I'm up a couple of hundred metres now, and you're starting to get views down over Loch Bay and over to the Glenveagh Visitor Centre. The castle is on round a wee bit. When I get higher up, we'll be able to look down on the castle. Ground is pretty good, fairly dry underfoot, and again there hasn't been much rain in the past few weeks. And the cloud is starting to break, so I'm starting to feel a bit of heat. So I probably will take this wee light windproof off. And I'll probably need to get the sun cream on. I've just come across a lone deer, and just the way the wind was blowing, I was able to get fairly close before it spotted me and sort of let a big snore out, and just boom, I was away. And I've come across another sort of group with probably about 30 deer in it, but they'd obviously got wind of me way before, so they were sort of heading off. But just totally effortless the way they move. It's real poetry in motion, just the way the four legs are working. They're near enough as if they're not touching the ground. Do you hear that? Totally hidden. So there's a wee stream. It's obviously underground, but it's appeared out here. You can't even see it though, and then it disappears again. Really cool. This is Donegal, so this is 501 metres, and this is the first proper hill I've been up today. So it's been quite a walk to get here. I think about 6 kilometres, and that's Derryveagh Mountain there. So that's where I'm heading next. This northerly breeze might be good for visibility, but it is pretty chilly. So I've actually had to put my insulated jacket on. It's that cool. So I'm dropping down off Donegal, and that's Crockballaghgeeha down there. So that's a drop of about 50 metres, and then I've got to climb up to Derryveagh Mountain. I'm up at the top of Derryveagh Mountain, so that's 652 metres. Still haven't met anyone at all so far today. I'm heading over that way, so the big hill over there is Sleeve Snacht. So I'm going to work my way around over towards it and see how far I get. Just lovely down here. There's not a sound. There's not a breath of wind either. It's died away down in here. And I'm dropping down to Crockballaghgeeha, and then I'm going to climb up Crockballaghgeeha. And over here, that's the head of the Poison Glen. So that's a really cool glen that has big sheer mountains up at the back of it. I've just filled my water bottle up from this beautifully dark pool of water. It's actually so black it looks like oil. I'm not quite sure why that is, but it's really cool. So I'm heading up high, so I'm not sure if there'll be any more water before I camp down. So it just means I've got enough water to do me this evening and probably in the morning as well. So this is camp for tonight, and I'm on the summit of Crockballaghgeeha, 480 metres. So I wanted to camp high just to get a wee slight breeze because there isn't much about, and hopefully that'll keep the midges away during the night because I'm in the bivvy. So the kit hunk the bivvy. I have a ground sheet, and I haven't brought my usual thick sleeping mat. I bought a thinner 3/4 length just to save weight, because I thought it wouldn't be as cold. Now it is quite cool, but hopefully it won't be cold. I don't think we'll be anywhere near freezing tonight. And I've got my mountain equipment down sleeping bag, so hopefully that system will keep me nice and snug and warm tonight, and it usually does. I usually wear my clothes anyway if it's anywhere near warm, so that should be all cool. I have a cracking view as well, so I have a view over the Derryveagh Mountain, over to the coast, and you can see there's a wee bit of redness to the sky. It is 9:20, so the sun's definitely dipping and dropping down. This is over into the Poison Glen, so I've got a really cool spot all round, and hopefully I'll just get a good night's sleep. Good morning. It's just after 7 o'clock and I've already got packed up. I've my second cup of tea on the go. So last night it was a fairly comfortable sort of spot for Bivy. There was a steady breeze through the night, so midges weren't an issue at all, and it was light. There was one light to pretty much near midnight, you know, a hint of light, and then light this morning very early as well. I've had my 2 cups of tea, and I've had my breakfast and a few Jaffa cakes as well, so I think that set me well up for getting on this morning. And as I always say, leave no trace. So again, the space here is pretty much how I found it, and that's how I've left it. So it's still a bit cloudy, still a chill breeze. I think the sun is trying to poke its way out. I'm not sure how successful it'll be. Fantastic view down into the Poison Glen. You see a way down there, the entrance, that's the way in, and you can actually access the hills up through here and coming up this way. There's also another cleft over in there, which is a wee bit steeper, and you can follow a deer fence up to the top that way as well. So that's two probably of my favourite ways of coming in through the Poison Glen and getting up onto these hills. Absolutely stunning. So this is going to be my walk out, and these are locha trees, so you're big and little. So I'm going to walk down and then follow a river which drops down. I've actually walked up the river before, going up over that way, but I've never walked down the length of this wee valley. And I'll follow the river and the water falls down. That'll bring me to the road, and then I'll follow the road onto a track which will take me down into Glenveagh, and follow the track right along the loch, past the castle and back to the car park. That's locha tree big done. So pretty easy walking, pretty nice walking as well down along the length of it. The ground, if it was anyway wet, I probably wouldn't do this because the ground would be far too wet, I would think. So it's on to locha tree little. That's all the wee lochs done, and again it was pretty good going in these dry conditions. So I'm going to follow the river now as it drops steeply down to the road, and as I say, there's some nice wee waterfalls there, and I'll probably stop and have a brew somewhere along the way. I'm feeling the need for some more tea and the rest of my Jaffa cakes. There's not much of a flow in the river, so I've been able to walk pretty much down along and among the rocks, and this is one of the really cool waterfalls on the way down. Again, not a great volume of water going through, so it's not as loud and noisy as it would normally be, but it's absolutely fantastic walking down alongside this river. And if I can just remember everyone that Mountaineering Ireland are running a Take One from the Hills campaign. So when you're out walking, if you left one piece of litter rubbish, hopefully that will go to make a difference and fight against those people that think it's okay to just dump stuff. So I've just come across a drinks can on the road here, and I've lifted that, and I'll take that back with me. It's just absolutely stunning walking down here through this valley in Glen Bay. Really steep up at the head here where the hill's really closed in, and you can see it opens out down below to the loch. But it's a 11-kilometre walk from the car park up to the head of the valley, so it'll be a really cool walk to walk up and back. That'll be 22 kilometres, and I think it'll be well worth it. So I've reached the loch after probably about an hour walking down from the head of the valley, and it's a welcome sight. It tells me that I'm near the car park. Absolutely beautiful, and look at this, what a beach. You know, that wouldn't look out of place in the Caribbean, although I don't know if you get midges in the Caribbean, but absolutely stunning. It's turned really warm today. Really, that was a tough old walk back along Glenveagh, that 11 kilometres. So my feet are really starting to feel it. But yeah, it's been a great couple of days, and it's went pretty much according to plan. As I say, the last time I'd lost my camera and couldn't film the whole trip, so I've been able to do that this time. The only thing is I've got the charger from my phone, so just recording the route and taking some photos. That sort of died on me maybe a few hours ago, but that's okay. Yeah, it's quite busy down this bit, the other side of the castle, and it always is. It's a really popular spot here in Glenveagh. Absolutely fantastic location. And if you look back up, right along that line of cliffs and hills, that's where I came down into Glenveagh early this morning. So it's a beautiful spot, and it's been a really cool trip.